going on to all of my Libras out there? So let's just jump right into it. For you Libras, let's see what you've got. Also too, I'm going to start uploading a lot more, right? You couldn't tell already because I started to upload more frequently. You know, a lot of people have been telling me, hey, I want that. So I said, okay, cool. I'm going to start uploading more. But the cards that I come up with for you Libras are the Two of Pentacles, the Death card, the Seven of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and last but not least, the Ace of Wands. So what I'm seeing here for you Libras, right? I'm seeing how a lot of you Libras happen to be right now where you're thinking about, when it comes to relationships, I'm just seeing how a lot of you Libras are thinking about dumping somebody, putting an end to a situation. the two of Pentacles, right? Leaving a situation behind, or making some sort of putting an end to some sort of relationship, right? Thinking about whether or not you should do it. And the Death card and the Seven of Cups is about just that, right? That's how I got the inclination to know you're putting an end to it. And this is you debating with yourself on whether you should put an end to a relationship, how you should do it, right? Because Libra is an air sign, and y'all like to think about a lot of things because y'all live in y'all heads. Y'all like to think about things before y'all essentially do it. So the Death card represents how, you know, you want to put an end to this relationship. But like I said, the Two of Pentacles is you're thinking about how to do that, though, right? And the thing is, the Seven of Cups is that you're trying to think of your options of how it is that you would tell this person that you don't want to speak to them anymore. The Seven of Cups represents many different options, but you Libras want to do it right, right? Because Libra, Libra is not necessarily a zodiac sign that likes to, I should say, wants to really get their hands dirty when it comes to that type of stuff. where where they want to be messy, and I ain't even gonna say messy, but Libras just don't necessarily want to put into relationships, right? By telling them that they don't want to deal with them. Libras will more than likely leave, right? Gemini is one of those zodiac signs that would do that, right? But then even Gemini is debatable, right? But the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups is about how, you pretty much thought that this person was the real deal, and maybe you could have grown, you could have built something with this person. But the ace of, and this person told you that they had a lot of love for you. But the Queen of Pentacles represents they was only with you excuse me, to get the finer things in life. They didn't necessarily really want to be with you. They saw you Libras as an opportunity to get on in to that type of lifestyle, or the lifestyle that they wanted, and they most definitely took advantage of it. So you're in a position right now, Libra, where y'all, if you don't have this person out of your life already, it's best that you do get them out of your life, because these types of people who are envious like that, you don't seem to understand that there's a slight chance that this person can end up betraying you in a big way that may really cause your downfall, right? If you catch my drift. And the Ace of Pentacles is about how they think that they've won. And that's exactly I would suggest the position that you would want them to be in, right? Because you don't want these people to be in such a position where they're so caught up thinking that anything is wrong. At least if they think that they've won, they don't see anything changing with you or the circumstances, right? They're still asleep in that way. The Six of Wands represents, so when you pacify them, or when you when you pacify them and let them know that everything is all right, you kind of repay them back potentially of any kind of debts, or you tell them, hey, it's not you, it's me. They're not really going to know what that means. They're not really going to know, a lot of them at least, they're not necessarily really going to know that what you mean by that is it actually is them and not you. They're the ones that's very dysfunctional, as to where you are the one that really is telling them that, just so that they don't spaz out on you and take a drastic turn for the worst. If you catch my drift, they just haul off, start doing all this other stuff out of nowhere. So now the Seven of Wands is, you need to understand what comes after this. So what comes after that is, after you break it off to them, what's next is for you to essentially kind of learn to, the next step is for you to learn to detox yourself from this person, right? And what I mean when I say detox is uh, regroup your life and your lifestyle from having this person around, because whether it is that you know it or not, when people become a part of your life, right, and they play a very important part, not the average day to day just pass by, but when people become a part of your life, you have to understand that when they are not a part of your life anymore, you realize that you have a lot of time on your hands due to the fact that um, you're not hanging out with them anymore, as to where this person would have been physically in your vicinity or around you, speaking to you. Now this person is not there, so you have a lot more time due to the fact that that person isn't there to take up that time slot. So now you got to figure out what else you want to do with your time. The Ace of Wands excuse me, the Ace of Wands represents, since this is the case, this is about how this person isn't necessarily done with you yet, because they still have problems and a deep rooted sense of revenge that they want to get on you. So I would suggest that a lot of you Libras really decide to kind of like lay low, because you got some fatal attraction type of stuff in this mug, where you have people who really don't know how to take no for an answer, right? And that's terrible. That's one of the worst things in the world that a person can do. Um, let's clarify the Ace of Wands, since it's so mysterious, right? Let's get a little bit more understanding about that. But, you know, people get really turned up nowadays. So to clarify the Ace of Wands, we have the Two of Wands, we have the King of Cups, and we have, excuse me, the High Priestess, which is about how, since this is the case, the Two of Wands is about how you need to be able to kind of see everything coming and understand that, yeah, this person has some sort of vendetta against you, but don't stop living your life. But at the same time, just keep an eye out just in case if they ever try anything, because people who are messed up like that, right? You can't overlook them to think they wouldn't do something like that, because you would be surprised at what's in people to do the things that they do. And then the King of Cups is about how you happen to be in a situation now where the King of Cups represents you have to start thinking like them. You have to think, how would they try to get at you? What would they do to get at you, to hurt you? And then the things that the High Priestess represents, once you can start thinking like them as to what they would do to manipulate or hurt you, right? Or potentially do that, right? So that you can anticipate what they would do. The next step is for you to kind of stay, like I said, kind of lay low for a little while these people ultimately battle with themselves due to the fact that they can't necessarily find you, right? You know, I've been there a couple of times where the best thing for me to do was to make myself small and make myself scarce, right? Kind of not necessarily be heard or seen the best that I can, even though I was around. And, you know, and I'm talking about, in relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this person would like come looking for me and stuff like this, but fun times. Anyway, but let's clarify the Six of Wands, which is your victory. All right. So the Moon, okay, the Ace of Wands, okay, and the Queen of Pentacles, okay. So the Moon is that you did your hurt, you did your suffering, you did all your crying already. You felt the way that you felt. Um, you realize that you don't like being the person who cries, is in pain, especially if you may have tried to do right by this person, right? You're not necessarily bothering anybody. And you realize, like I said before, you know, why do you like this person in the first place? And this person made you feel special. But at the same time, you got to understand that this person was playing a role because they saw you Libras doing your thing, because Libra represents the finer things in life, and they wanted to get that from you, right? The finer things in life from you. So the Ace of Wands is about how, you know, because Libras find themselves in very fortunate positions, you know, riches, things of this nature. You know, Libras have a history of doing that. Libras, Cancers, Capricorns, Pisces, you know, um, uh, the Ace of Wands represents how this is a situation for you where the um the Ace of Wands just means like you need to be wary of that, right? You need to be wary of the types of people that you bring to you, because not necessarily everybody is really keeping it a thou wow with you, where there's some people who really will go out of their way to try to destroy you, try to take those things away from you because you have it and they want it from you. But they want the notoriety and the fame and the spotlight on them. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is, again, this is just a reminder. They just wanted, remember, they just wanted you for your finer things, right? The things that glitter, the jewelry, the cars, things of this nature. So because of that, right, you have to remember to be ruthless. Don't take pity against on these people. Don't sympathize with these people when you cut them off and go back, because it gets worse. I'm letting you know that right now. It gets worse. If you go back, going back only makes things worse. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. If this reading resonated with you, and if you'd like to contact me for personal reading, my email address is Kareemspiritworks at yahoo.com, or you can contact me on my website. Pick which service you want. Pay has a drop down section where it says pay here. Click that, fill out your information, right? Pay for it. Then you scroll down to the bottom of the page, and it has a section where you can contact me using your email address, and it'll go directly to my email, and I'll get it to my email, and I'll continue to let you know how you can get the reading, right? I'll get on the phone and give you a reading. So that's it for now. Appreciate you coming here. Peace.